is up? I am back with last week's recap and review for Ladies Who List Atlanta. This is season 1, episode 6, No New Friends. And this episode picked up where the previous episode left off, which is with the Kiana and Robin little dispute thing, back and forth little situation down at the ranch. And basically they're going back and forth, still about the people who don't have kids, don't understand, comment, and all this. This episode was kind of like a filler episode kind of to me. Nothing major really happened. So this review will probably be like kind of more brief than my previous ones. But while they're going back and forth, Tiana kind of chimes in. And I think Tiana and Tiffany were trying to kind of mediate the situation. But honestly, I didn't even hear Tiffany really get a word in before Kiana was like, she kind of, what would you say, threatened? She was kind of like, and you better not put my business out there or whatever. It was just kind of like, I don't really like how she like kind of did that, which also tells me that I guess maybe Tiffany is privy to some of the fertility journey information that Kiana revealed to us that she still hasn't revealed. I guess I feel like if Robin wasn't there, she wouldn't have had an issue with putting that out there. But I guess, I don't know. Is it maybe that Kiana seems to me to be like the type of person on this show. She's kind of like portraying herself as somebody who's like, yeah, she shared her upbringing and, some of the trials and tribulations that she's been through, but maybe she just isn't the type of person that likes to like show like any thing that can be used against her, maybe to like the enemy, maybe like she's that type of person, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, Tiana winds up walking away because she's trying to mediate the situation so much so, but at the same time it's like, wait, but what is the issue? And it's like she couldn't really mediate the issue, I guess, because it's like Tiana wasn't ever saying what the issue was. And again, context clues, maybe, like I see how Robin's like, but I wasn't talking about you or whatever, but again, being sensitive to the fact that like you can kind of tell that even though she didn't reveal it, you knew something was clearly that was like a little, sensitive area for Kiana, clearly, when you said that. So maybe you should have just taken that and like, okay, just, whatever. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It was weird, man. It was weird. And Tiana goes inside, Tiffany goes after her, and she's confused, about what even is just unfolding. She just wanted to know, I think, where like the sensitivity stemmed from, and wanted everyone, to be happy, because this again is the event that she put together for all of them to enjoy, which is totally understandable. While they're inside talking, Robin and Crystal, Robin and Kiana are still outside. I don't really remember what more was exchanged, but it just seems as though like Kiana is just really like hell bent on being like as not just how I feel, as just trying to be like as the least bit agreeable as she can be, especially as it pertains to Robin. Like that's just where I've been picking up with her on this show and whatever, but whatever. And they all come back together, and luckily they're all kind of able to leave the ranch with that situation kind of just, tucked away, and they're able to kind of move past it or whatever. So thank God. Fast forward, Crystal is with her dad, who has inspired her greatly, as she said before. They're looking at this development that has been developed by this family of this black family, and they're all builders. They have a family-owned development team or whatnot, business, which is totally great to see. I didn't get there to catch the name of their business, but I think that's super great, and what they're doing in that community, like, I'm all for it, of course. Definitely support it. The homes are beautiful. They built, I think they said like 6 so far, which Crystal, as the closing attorney, she's closed all of these homes with them. So that's kind of a good way for her to just have that constant revenue coming in, is to kind of form these good business relationships with developers and stuff like that, which is great. So after this scene, she was back in my good graces, but we'll see how long that lasts. And I think I said they were pretty much done at the ranch, but we actually get a flashback, and this is before they were actually done at the ranch. I'm sorry, you guys. This, like I said, it's been several days since I watched this episode, so I'm trying to remember everything. But Kiana, when they were still at the ranch, she said, in my notes I see here something along the lines of, she thinks Tiana had formed an opinion about her without even knowing her, but expects, before she said, I don't know what anyone is thinking unless they come to me and tell me. So it's like, how do you think that how do you think something about her, but you don't know if you don't know about something, about if no one has came to you and told you that. So that was kind of confusing for me, but whatever. And she also finally says that she recognizes that she was projecting, which I'm just like, thank God for that. Thank God for that humility. And she even initiated a truce, and thank God. And throughout this whole episode, I'm just going to tell you guys right now that Tiffany's outlook is pretty much how I feel about friendships and just anything. Like, I'm literally in these scenes like I was Tiffany. Just completely just like, I'll be thinking about 20 different other things than this BS that's right here in front of me, but whatever. Meanwhile, we see Kira at her client's closing, and it's her client's daughter's first birthday as well, so her and Tiffany kind of, have like a little spread for them, and whatever, which is really, really sweet. Very, very nice that they do those types of things. But we also learned that this particular client had sustained being shot over 15 times, and due to that, I'm assuming he may have been perhaps maybe completely paralyzed, whatever percentage of his body prior to, but I think he maybe has been able to regain the ability to walk now, and has gotten his strength back and everything, which is just amazing to see, and was able to purchase this home for his family, which was, we love to see it. We completely love to see it. His name was Laquan, and while she's showing this house, of course, she has a flashback to her house and everything. And I will say, I love to see the real estate side of everything. It's good to see these women handling their business, and everybody has been putting in work. I will definitely say that. So we do, she does have that flashback, and she's still coping, but she has an optimistic outlook on things. And I think it will definitely come through for her if she keeps up her work ethic. Back with Kiana, she says she never wants to be broke again or anything like that. That's her biggest fear. And keeping up with Kiana, she has got hella businesses. So she is also meeting with the developer, because her as a broker, that is another way for her to continue that constant stream of revenue by pairing up with the developers. They strike a deal that's going to be profitable for the both of them, which is always good when you could just meet right where you guys both want to meet, which is great. And that's pretty much that. Of course, she was coming through with the looks throughout that whole entire scene, but that's all. circling back, Crystal had a closing on a 26,000 square foot, $3 million fixer-upper mansion. We didn't really see the inside of it, which I was like kind of bummed about, but from the exterior, I mean, I'm sure it's just dated. I don't think it's like, you know, dilapidated inside or anything like that. It's probably just dated, so it probably needs to be, you know, definitely a whole, maybe a whole gut and just refresh. But that is cool. And we also see Kiana, she calls Crystal while she's outside with her, I think it was her office manager or whatever, and she lets her know about her party and whatnot. And of course, Crystal brings up Tiffany and her energy, and I'm just like, what? Like, I don't know, something just, and it sucks because all these women are so beautiful and so successful and smart women, but like, I just wish they could just, some things about them, it's just like, I just want to like flip switches and like dim this, turn off that, you know, just like, and let these other just amazing things shine bright, and just like flip the switches on the cattiness and just backbiting. I just don't like it, but I get it. You need it for the show. I get it. And of course, Crystal brings, like I said, brings up Tiffany. I think she has that problem with me, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? Oh my God, but whatever. So Kiana lets her know about the party, her big grand 40th birthday party. All the girls will be there, which is great. And we get to the party. She pulled out all the stops. It was amazing. I wasn't too crazy about her like head thing. Like, I don't know. One of the looks, I'm sure she had multiple. Wasn't really crazy about that, but all the women look beautiful. Everything is great. Kiana introduces us to some of her family and her mom and her siblings, which was very amazing. And all the ladies, they step outside, like onto like the terrace patio, whatever, for a minute, and awkwardly, like, Kira says something about going inside getting food. So then Tiana goes, and then Robin goes, and then of course it's just Tiffany and Crystal left outside. So we already know what's gonna happen, y'all. They ease into the conversation, of course, talking about how Crystal and Robin have made amends, which is okay, cool, great, whatever. And of course, Crystal starts saying something about good energy and whatever, and it's just like, girl, if you have something to say, just throw it out there. Just literally directly say it to her, because that's what type of person Tiffany seems to be, like a no BS, just give it to me straight person. That's just what I've collected from her. Like, she just don't have time for the extraness, and that's why she just doesn't want to be friends with you, because you come with the extra, point blank. And all I could think at that same time is, just because someone says they don't want to be friends with you, or just because you don't connect as friends, doesn't mean they're automatically your enemy. You're not going to jive with everybody, and that's just fine. Like, different strokes for different folks, but doesn't mean that we have to hate each other. You guys could have continued to be cordial, but you decided to like keep trying to extract this whole, why don't you want to be my friend? Why don't you want to be my friend? Energy. And it's just like really just strange to me, but whatever. And Crystal seems like the type of person that if you're not just over the top, like letting it be known that you're just like in love with her, or just like, you know, as a person, not even just like in a romantic way or whatever, just like as friends, and, you know, just letting it just gushing over her, then something must be wrong with it. Something is wrong with Veronica, because something's wrong with her energy, because she's not all over you. Like, what? Like, that doesn't even make sense, but whatever. And Tiffany she just seems so unbothered, like how I would be in this situation, and just like some gaslighting, but I'm just like, so just say it, Crystal. Okay, Crystal. And so when Crystal finally says it, Tiffany's like kind of blindsided, like, it's like you've been harboring these feelings for all the time. Like, we've been seeing each other in all of this, and like, so where's this even coming from? But okay. And of course, you know, Crystal loves to tell her feelings and get everything out there. So then Tiffany follows suit, and she's like, okay, well, let's talk about the fact that you tried to collect Kira knowing that we always do business together. When I tell you Crystal literally just bypassed that whole thing and just called a meeting adjourned right then and there and got up and walked away, like, what? Like, how did you just completely just, so we could talk about all this, but we can't talk about that. So you could have all these issues with her because you think that she has issues with you, but she can't feel that same thing about things that we've actually seen happen on screen. Not to mention, excuse me, how Kira, or how Tiffany also let us know that when she just had her last child, that Crystal was trying to like take her clients then and let her know like, oh yeah, you know, you could just give me all of your stuff. That'll be safe with me. Like all of your business dealings. Like what? No. So that's 2 times that you try to do some fugazi, shiesty stuff, yet you expect her to want to be friends with you. No, that makes perfect sense to me. But I guess what do I know, y'all? What do I know? I just want to have a conversation, Crystal says to Robin. Like, because Robin, Crystal goes to Robin, of course, inside. And then Tiana comes out like, what's up to Tiffany? They're just different. They're just different. It's what it all comes down to. Like I said, this episode didn't really give too much, but only further solidified certain perspectives and opinions that we've already developed about certain people on this cast. And next week is the final episode. I'm kind of sad about it, to be honest, but I'm eager to see where that goes. I believe, yeah, we're having a reunion on this, which will be nice to see as well. But all in all, my feelings towards everybody still haven't changed since last week. Let me know what you guys think, though, in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on that push notifications bell so you know whenever I upload, y'all. Until next time, bye.